What is meditation and how to do it properly? In simple terms, meditation is how we connect with God. It's the inner work that we do, the inner sitting, just sitting and just being to really connect with our higher power that's within. I mean, how can you say that, or how can we say that, oh, I pray and I hear God, you know? This is what I do. I mean, if I come to you and I'm just talking, like I want this and I want that and I want this and I want that. How are you going to hear the directions that I give you, or how are you going to be able to follow the directions that I'm giving you, or take the right bus or take the right lane? How can I connect with you if we've never had a relationship? If you've never sat to listen to me, and I'm saying me as in God's source, the higher power that's within you. You've never sat down to listen to me. You never sat down to just be, so that spirit can move and just be. Like literally, that's what it is. You're just sitting in complete silence. You're being present in complete silence, and you're standing in that present moment, and you are not thinking about what race you have to put on tomorrow, what the time the kids have to get to school, what you have to do for your husband, what you have to do for your kids, that project that you forgot to do at work, that thing that you have to get to in 10 minutes. Your brain is completely blank, and you're sitting there, and you're sitting on the inside of yourself, although you are presently sitting in a chair. That is what meditation is. And when you do that, when you sit in complete silence, not connected to the outside world, that's when you grow your inner world. That's when you can transform now your life completely. You can become a better version of you completely from just doing meditation. Because I've found, for me, before I started meditating, I used to hear people say, "Oh, I hear God." And that's when I was religious back then, right? I used to go to church a lot, and I used to hear people say, "Oh, they hear God, and God told them to do this, and God told them to do that." And I used to always wonder, why I don't hear God? Like, what's wrong with me? Like, what is my problem? Why can't I hear? And I know I told you this part already in one of my videos, but I'm going to say it here again. One day I was listening to Lisa Nichols. She was bringing out that book, Abundance Now. And she said, she meditates. I'm like, this black woman meditates? Okay. And she said the reason why she meditates because meditation is listening to God and praying is asking. And we are always asking God, but we're never ready to sit down and listen. And the thing about it that she didn't say was how uncomfortable meditation could be when you first start. And scary as heck. Because if you grew up anything like me, where they tell you that meditation is a ooey thing, like it's a out there thing. We don't do that because, that's connecting with spirits, and it's this, they have all these different things that meditation is. But those people that are telling you that, they've never actually experienced what meditation truly is. When I decided I wanted to start meditating, I didn't tell anybody. What happened was the universe connected me with someone that looked like me, that was older than me, and he told me, try it. He heard that I wanted to start meditating, and he said to me, try it. He said, when you try meditation for the first time, you're going to be blown away. But he said to me, I advise you to try a guided meditation. And I was like, oh, a guided meditation. And just making sure I'm not going off topic, me and how it works, right? So I'm telling you my story and then I'll go into how it works and how to do it. Sorry, tell you my story. As you know, we conversate on this channel. I show you my stories, and I just share me. I ain't no expert at nothing. I'm a regular woman that had experiences, and I'm currently doing a lot of meditations lately. And I just had a conversation, and I just felt pulled to have to do this video, and I have a few more to do. Anyhow, right. So basically, he said to me, you know, try a guided meditation. He said to me also that your senses will be heightened, and he explained a few more things. I said okay. The next day I got up at 4:30 in the morning. I put my alarm to go off, and I had an iPad back then. And what I did was, I before I type in guided meditation, I asked universe, I asked God in that moment, show me the meditation as for me that I'm supposed to do. And the honest guys pop up. And when they pop up, as I was scrolling through, different ones or whatever, and I saw them, it was this 18-minute meditation. And I just felt like drawn to do this one. So I put on my headphones, put my iPad on Do Not Disturb, and I closed my eyes. I lay down. I didn't sit down. Only now this year that I started sitting down doing meditations. Well, no, I lie. But myself. But I started sitting down doing meditations when me and my husband was first together, because he's a strong believer in sitting down doing meditations. Listen, I believe you can sit down and do meditations, or you can lay down. But he likes to sit and do his. Anyhow, we're not talking about him. Right. So I lay down in the chair. Everybody else was sleeping, and I turned on my meditation. And in doing that meditation, I the guy taught me down. So what he did, and I'll tell you how. So this is me telling you how to do it, right? Because you might hear people say you might have to focus on your breath, and then you'd be like, I don't want to do that. Like, that sounds a little bit way out there, and it's really not. Focusing on your breath is not no ooey out there. It's just a distraction for you to, how to put it, focusing on your breath while doing meditation is a distraction for you to focus on your inner world, which is the only thing that you have possible that you can really focus on, especially when you're now starting. To focus on your inner world is focusing on that breath. That's why they tell you breathe in and then breathe out, and they walk you through that whole process, and they do it a few times. And when you focus on that breath, that what that does is that calms your mind. You stop thinking about yesterday. You stop thinking about your problems. You stop thinking about what happens at work, what's going to happen to the kids, what's going to happen with this, what's going to happen with that. Your brain completely stops, and you go into this mode of just focusing on your breath. It's a distraction. That's what the breath is for. Now, after you've used your breath to calm yourself completely down, and I'll share the honest guys meditation in the description of this video too, so you can go find it if you want to try it out. Then what I love about that meditation, that guided meditation, when he finally gets you to the point where you can't feel your hands, you can't feel no part of your body is completely numb. Listen to me. It's like if you are on just a spiritual level right now of vibration, and you're not thinking about anything, and you're just there, you're just present, you're just being. He leaves you and just leaves the music on, and just tell you to enjoy this moment. And it is so amazing. When I first had that experience, I was freaking out at first. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. But obviously I was staying calm because I was staying in my meditation, and I forced myself to, like, I was not like a force, but like I made sure that I didn't get up. I just stayed right through it. But while I was in that deepness, that deep part, that's the part where, for me, it's like when you're really connecting with spirit. And I smelled this. My daughter was a baby back then. And I smelled this pamper that I thought that the shit was right in front of my face. Like it was right there. I was like, why am I smelling shit right in front of my face? And I refused to move because I remember the guy had told me that the guy that I had talked about that I had that had told me to do the meditations and stuff that had guided me, sorry, excuse me. The guy that had guided me, he has said to me that my senses would be heightened and you will have sometimes you have some weird experiences or whatever, so just be prepared. And I smelled this pamper and I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, you know what? I went back focusing on my breath to like not even think about that, to distract me. When my meditation was over, because after you focus on your breath, after you get in your, because the focus on the breath is really and truly to get you to that state of complete stillness. When you're in that state, that's a state that you want to stay in as long as possible, because that's when you're really connecting with God. That's when you're really connecting with Source. That's when you're really allowing Spirit to really become one with you. So after I came out of that, I love that feeling, by the way. And I said to myself, but where's the pamper? Like, where is the diaper? Where is it? Because I smelled this thing and I was asking myself, like, where is it? I went in the garbage, I couldn't see it, and then it hit me. Right before you sat down to do this meditation, you threw away that pamper down the diaper, down the driveway. That's what I could smell from all the way in my living room, down our long driveway. I smelled that diaper. And that was like an amazing experience to me. I was like, oh my God. It's like you really, like your senses are really, really heightened. And after that, I never stopped meditating. I never had an experience like that after, but I never stopped meditating. I mean, not that I never stopped, because in between, as life happens, you might stop here and there or whatever, but I never give it up completely. And this year, like I've been doing a lot of meditating, but uh, I don't do that meditation anymore. I'm doing more Joe Dispenza meditations, and he's on a whole another level. But I must say that after doing and getting into meditation and being able to experience that stillness, I started to hear God when I asked a question. My first experience with hearing was, maybe there should have been another video, but hey, I'll tell you right here. My first experience with it, my first experience with this was I was coming down the highway. I had to get from point A to point B in less than half an hour, but point A up to point B was actually an hour drive. I asked the universe, I asked God, you know what? Help me to get back here to point A for, like 5 minutes to spare, 10 minutes, for like 5, 10 minutes to spare, and, you know, and tell me how to drive going down this highway. I want you to know. The first time I heard was, take the wait, it was the right lane. And I was like, wait, I didn't say that. Oh my God, God is you. And I take the right lane. And I was like, listen, I had a blast that day. I will never forget that. That was my very first experience of truly hearing God for myself. It wasn't a guess. It wasn't, and by then I was like doing meditations like every single day I was meditating. Because we need to realize is we can always pray. We can always sit down and talk to God. We can always sit down and conversate. But if we never sit to listen, we would never get the guidance that we truly need, that no one in this earth can really give you and tell you. Because we always want to go to other human beings to tell us what to do in this and how to do that, not recognizing that the day that we are willing to step into the unknown, which is meditation, we call that part of sitting in that stillness, the unknown, and to really step past fear and all that doubt and all that has been put into you from the time you were young about what meditation is or isn't or what. The day that you are willing to step past that fear, to face that fear and say, you know what, I'm trying this, I'm giving this a try, and you experience that stillness, you're going to want to do it more and more. And the more you do it, the more you'll hear God, the more you'll experience God. And not in the way that you even had been experiencing Him when you weren't really listening, in a way that you'll be wowed. Like, literally, like, oh my God. And I'm having this experience so much because I really did start about meditating since September, consistently. And I've had so many experiences where, like, I'll want a bus and I'll look on the app to see if the bus is coming and there'll be no bus. But then I walk in the bus station, then I'll see a bus, like the bus that I needed. Or someone would tell me, listen, let's go over there. Mind you, the bus that they're telling me to go over there to catch is not on the app. There's no bus, and one is there for me. I've had so many amazing experiences where I ask a question and I open up my social media and there I get the answer. And there I get the, don't worry, I got you. I find that meditation helps me to not worry. Meditation helps me to stay focused on my goals, and not only focus on my goals, but it gives me like a comfort in knowing that I'm not guessing anymore. And because I have that comfort in knowing that I'm not guessing anymore, I don't worry. And if I catch myself worrying, I'll have a conversation with the universe, and the universal God will give me my answer to make me, like, give me that hug that I need. Send me that person to tell me something, you know. But I'm telling you, if you're not meditating today, and this is the first time you've heard of what meditation is, based on my experiences that I've had in meditation, try it. And remember this, until you are willing to get uncomfortable, you will never reach any goal, or you will never be able to step outside of yourself because you allow fear to keep you stuck where you are. And I've found that trying new things open up my mind, open up my experiences, and I get to truly enjoy life. Like, really, truly enjoy life. So to go try meditation today. And I hope that this video helps you to open up your mind to recognize that it's not a wee thing. It's nothing to be scared of. It's actually something that we should be taught, that we should have been taught from the time that we were babies. We should have come up seeing our parents and grandparents doing meditation. We should have been in households like that, because now we will be way further than we are. We won't be battling with stress, because when you're meditating, like, stress doesn't have a part of your life. You don't stress anymore because you know that you're taken care of. Yeah. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to be brave, be strong, and be you, and go and try meditation today. Bye.